Yep, I'm using this, so you know what's fixing to go down. What is that if you don't know? Stay tuned, I'll show you.
3. Hey, she was a cutie in a sundress. I told her I just had to confess, I got a crush on you, darling. Them long tan legs got me falling. And I know we just met. Yeah.
Welcome back. I'm so glad each and every one of you decided to stick around. Why am I using this, you may be asking? That right there. Yep, that right there is the reason we are using it. Now she is completely filthy. Bird crap on it, acorns on it, dust on it, as you can see. Dummies going down the road. But I was contacted by a company on Instagram, Lithium Auto Products, and they sent me a package of goodies, asked if I would be willing to try them, so I'm going to. And what I have done is I have been washing this car in Dawn using regular household towels and stuff to dry it, and all kind of craziness, so that I can use their product, and I'll show you the product here in just a minute, to put on this car. Because I knew that by using this, I would be getting rid of all the old wax, which you must do anytime you paint correct or anything like that. You got to get rid of the old wax, and this is the cheapest way to do it. And I knew that by using the regular household towels and stuff, that it would be pretty much putting halos or spider webbing on the car, on the clear coat. It's just a known fact that the polyester that they use to sew up the edges does that. I mean, anytime you use household ingredients and products on cars, you're doing nothing but damaging the paint. I mean, it's just pure and simple. But this thing is really, really filthy right now, so I'm going to get it cleaned up, and we will be back and talk about the product I'm going to use, why I'm using it, how I'm going to use it, all that good stuff. But I just did the Tahoe yesterday. Look at that bad boy. Oh my goodness, look at how good she looks. all right, as you can see, I have her all cleaned up. Looks good, don't she? Man, don't she look good. Nice and shiny and glossy. But that is what I want to talk to you about. That's not the purpose of this video, but it has something to do with it. And what happens when we see a car? What happens when we look at the driveway? What happens when we look at the house or anything at all, right? What does it take? It takes light. Light does not come in at angles. Well, it does, but for all intent and purposes, our eyes see light at 90 degrees. In other words, light comes in, even though it's filtered from up there, it hits that tree and bounces straight back to us. No matter what angle we are at, no matter what angle we are looking at it, we are getting light at 90 degrees from whatever subject we're looking at. And that includes our cars. So standing back here, it looks really, really good because I maintain my cars. I maintain the paint. I keep them waxed. I keep the paint with scratch-free, stuff like that. But with that said, let's get up closer and look. All right, here we are up closer. Now again, it looks really good because of the way that we are looking at it, the way that the light is coming in. We are seeing it at 90 degrees from the sun, whatever angle is hitting it. And it looks great. I'm happy with it, yes. Is it perfect? No. Am I going to leave it alone? No. And here's what happens. Like I said, if you look at it like this, you're getting the light rays coming in at an angle and bouncing straight to your eye, okay? But if you get up and change that light angle, now all of a sudden, see those halos, those scratches, right? That's coming from me using that household towel to dry. And I happen to know that this whole car, and as I back up with that sun hitting it just right, you can see those halos, you can see those marks. The whole hood is covered in it. And if I got down and checked every square inch of it, I feel pretty certain that the whole car would be covered that way. So keep that in mind whenever you do a car. Yes, it looks good at the 90 degrees, but when you get down close and really start to look at it, where the light is not hitting your eyes at 90 degrees perfectly, you start seeing imperfections. And that is the whole purpose of a wax. Okay, like right here. You get down and look, you can see a little bit of water spotting where I didn't completely dry it. But you can see around the sun as I move it back and forth, you can see those halos, you can see those fine little marks. Looks like spider webbing. And that comes from using household products, that comes from not using the correct wash techniques, that comes from just overall driving and maintenance and use of the vehicle. So what do we do to fix that, you may ask? Well, depending on how bad your car is, there are different levels of stuff you can use. And let's just say, for instance, the first thing you need to do is to look at your car over and see what you think you need. Now, I have no bad scratches except on the front end where I was hit by a buggy in a parking lot. So I don't need anything real heavy. But if you know, this car's a 93. It's got some age on it. It's got a lot of miles on it, over 214,000 miles. So it's going to have some imperfections. She is starting to show her signs of age no matter what I do to it. And that's all fine and dandy. I am very proud of this car. I'm very proud of the way it's held up. GM did a great job on this car. Now, with that said, they make different levels of stuff to correct paint. And it starts with a fresh paint job and works its way down. They have different levels of stuff that has cut in it. Nice little truck going by, sorry about that. But they have different levels of stuff that has different cut in it. In other words, the abrasives that are in it, and almost everything except for a regular wax has some kind of abrasive in it. You'll have a cutting compound, you'll have a polishing compound, you'll have polish, you'll have wax, you'll have cleaner wax, yada yada yada. It runs the gambit, okay? And depending on what you need, like I said, you'll have the polishing compound, you'll have the rubbing compound, you have cutting compound, and they all come in different levels. And the professional level of stuff will have numbers like 1500, 1800, 3100, and that all refers to the amount of cut that that particular compound has in it. Now, as I said, mine does not need a lot. I just need to get rid of those few little halos and the water spots. So what will I be using? Let's get up here and we'll discuss it. Oh, there's my little buddy. Every time I come out here, he watches me. He watches and tells me how to do stuff and make sure I do it right. Don't you, Cooper? Good boy. Come on, good boy. Yeah, poor little thing. Now, as far as what I will be using, oh, it's humid today, wow. I'm not going to be doing this by hand for, let me get you level. Crooked. Either that or I'm crooked. I think I'm crooked. That's a little better. I'm not going to be doing it by hand for two reasons. Number one, speed. I want to get this done because I have other things that I need to take care of today. But number two, I want some energy and I want some power behind what I'm doing. Because whenever you have little small imperfections in your paint, sure, you can get it with your hand, but your hand just can't spin fast enough and have enough pressure behind it to actually remove a defect. Now, if you're using a real heavy cutting compound or something like that, sure, you can. You will have to step up your game, like I'm going to be using basically a polish. It has real fine abrasives in it. But if you're doing it by hand, you might have to step up your game 2 or 3 times. In other words, you might have to go up to that cutting compound or rubbing compound to do the small imperfections. You just got to figure and think about what you're doing. But what I'll be using today is my Griot's Garage Animal World Center, the 6-inch model. I bought this as a kit. It came with all kinds of good stuff. It came with the 1-step sealant and all that good stuff and a pad. But as far as what I'm taking it off with, will be microfiber towel. This is an Adams one that came with some, I mean not Adams, McGuire's. It came with some compound that I bought. A brush so that when my pad loads up, this is a nylon brush, so that when my pad gets a lot of clear coat or product in it, I can take it out. Loud cars coming by today. And of course my correcting pads from the Griot's Garage. But as far as the polish that I'm going to be using is something new, something that I've been wanting to try. Now again, I was contacted by these fine people on Instagram and they wanted me to try their product and I said sure. So they sent me a bunch of goodies, and in all fairness, it's not their fault. I've been slow in making these videos. I've been working a new job. I've been working 12 to 14 hours a day, so I've been leaving at dark, getting home at almost dark. So I haven't had time, and then on the weekends it's been raining just about every single weekend except for this past one. We went to the mountains, took a little vacation. So I've had these for probably a month now, and it's about time that I've got these videos out. But what I'm going to be using is actually a sealant / polish. And I contacted these guys when they sent it to me because I wanted to know exactly what I could do with it. And what I'm going to be doing is, since it is a polish with a sealant, I'm going to be using it kind of as a one-step. I'm going to be removing, or at least I hope I am, going to be removing those halos and small imperfections while sealing it. In other words, putting a layer of protection on it that will last longer than a week or two. Now sealants, they all say the same thing, up to a year of protection. A regular wax you can get up to a year of protection if you keep it in your garage or stuff like that. But you know me, I have no garage. I don't even have a carport right now. All that's going to change hopefully soon, but I don't have it. So no, I never get up to a year. I never get up to 8 months. If I am lucky, and this is putting on spray wax in between each car wash, I get 6 months. If I am lucky. So there's up to a year product scams. It's just that, they're scams. They are that magical elixir that they used to sell back on the wagons in the day. Cure-all. No, they don't. They don't. Now, like I said, you can do this by hand, because if you have small imperfections, what you're going to be doing, and I understand not everybody can afford a polisher, not everybody can afford to go out and spend all day working on a car. I understand that. But I just want you to understand the process and understand why it lasts or why it does not last. By removing the imperfections and keeping something on it, my paint will stay that way for a very, very long time. But with today's waxes and everything, and the way light hits our cars and bounces up, that's why I told you that whole scenario just a minute ago. You can take a wax, put it on by hand, you just lightly rub it on like you're spreading mayonnaise on a sandwich or something, and then buff it right off, comes off. Today's waxes are super easy to put on and take off. But what you're doing is, you have the imperfections, and what those imperfections are just a slight little mark or indentation in your clear coat. And your wax will actually get in there and fill it up and level it off. So as you buff it, you're not buffing down into the imperfection, you're buffing across the imperfection. Because the fibers in the towel are too large to go down into that imperfection to remove the wax. So you're really filling that scratch and buffing off the top. So when you get back and look at it, it looks like you just corrected your whole car, when actually all you did was hide it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, not everybody can afford this stuff. Not everybody can afford to spend a whole day or a whole weekend. I have 3 cars. If I want to take a week to do one car, I can. And not everybody can do that. I understand that. But just keep in mind that when you go out there and you wax your car, if it doesn't last but a couple weeks and you're like, why? It's back to the same thing. What am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong per se. You're just hiding, you're masking what was wrong with it to start with. So with that said, and all that long explanation and everything you may or may not care about, let's read what this says. This is a product that I'm using. Seal and Squeal. Yes, I know. I've had a lot of people leave comments about the names of their products when I did the mail time. And I'll try to remember to put that up there on the top. If I don't, please go look for the video so you can see exactly what all I got. But it's Seal and Squeal by Lithium Auto Elixirs, or Lithium Auto Care, however you want to look it up. And I'll put a link to their website down in the description below. But there's a lot of writing on here, so let's get you turned around. Let me get my seeing eye dogs and we'll get to it. Now again, I've gotten a lot of funny comments about their name. And I understand, Seal and Squeal, what in the heck kind of name is that? But you'll understand when I read the back of it, okay? But it starts off, Lithium Seal and Squeal Ultra Premium Elixirs. This is a 16 ounce of insane results. Now, I've watched other people use it on YouTube and everything, and they've gotten some really good results out of it, so I hope I get the same. On the back, it says, chock full of active amino polymers. Well, anybody that knows anything about anything, a polymer is artificial. So this is not a real wax like I'm sorry, it is a real wax product, but it is not made of natural ingredients like carnauba or anything like that. Protects up to 12 months. Okay. Nanotechnology squared. In other words, you got nanotechnology times 2. Unmatched shine, unmatched protection. Well, I don't know about that. That is a huge claim, because I know a lot of people really love their ceramic coatings. You know, ceramic coating, ceramics coating, ceramic wax, ceramic spray on wax. That's the rage today, and everybody really loves them. I am kind of undecided about them myself. I haven't tried any. I will eventually, but I like what I do. I like spending time with my car. I like doing what I do. Yes, I could save a lot of time by not doing it, but if I enjoy it, why do I want to change it? But back to the back. As you can see right there, insane sealant polish. Polish means abrasives in it. Yes, we know. What the hell kind of name is that? However, use it once, and while you are biting your knuckles, so you don't let out the man card, losing speech. Alright, let's get into it. Because your paint looks so good, you'll know exactly what we mean. Made by mashing molecules of active aminopolymers with the very best sealants. Seal and Squeal offers protection, durability, and a level of luster which is totally unequaled anywhere by any product. Again, that is a very big statement. I don't know if it can live up to that. I'm sure it's a great product, but unmatched by anyone, that's a pretty big statement. That's pretty bold. And the fine print. Make sure the paint surface is clean and cool. It is clean. I just washed it. It is cool because it's sitting in the shade, but I know that I will have to move that right here before long, because you can see my shade is starting to go that way as the sun goes that way. And as you can see out there, the front of the car is starting to get in the sun now, so I'm gonna have to move it so it'll stay cool. Plus I want to be up here in the rocks and stuff while I do this anyway. If the surface is not smooth, do your paint a favor and clay bar it first. This product lasts a long time, and you do not want to lay it on a contaminated surface. Use an applicator or microfiber cloth and rub into the surface in the same direction the wind would pass over the panel. In other words, the wind hits the front of your car, goes over the top and all that, so you don't want to use circular motions. You want to put it on there and wipe it back and forth, the length of the panel, whatever you're using. You're doing the hood, front to back. You're doing the fender, front to back. Not circular like the old school methods. Now I contacted them, like I said, I'm going to be using my random orbital. It does not know back and forth. All it knows is circle and oblong circles, or elongated circles, however you want to look at it. But he said that's fine, go for it, no problem. I said okie dokie. Allow sealer to remain on surface for several minutes until it has cured, and then remove. Become a sealing expert at our website, lithiumautocare.com. And that is the very best part right there. Formulated and produced in the United States of America. Distributed by Lithium Auto Works Company in Utah. So there you go. That's pretty much it. That's the car we're going to put it on. I'm going to take a quick break, get me a bite to eat. The wife will be back in a minute with groceries. I need to unload them. And then I'll swap the cars. I'll play musical cars, and we will get this show on the road. I'm actually going to take some blue tape and tape off a section and show you the before and the after. And then I'll do the whole panel. In fact, I'll do the whole car and show you the before and after of the car also. So let's get to it. Alright, while that dries and cures, let's go around to the front and see how it does. Is it dry? Yes, it is. Now, it's only been on here about 2, maybe 3 minutes max when I did that rear quarter panel. So let's see how easily it comes off. I'm expecting it from videos that I've watched to kind of grab to start with, but then as you go back over it to actually be really smooth. So let's find out. And it actually is not hard at all to take off the first go around. And as you've seen, I left that built up so I can see how easily it comes off. Do that, flip the towel, and man, it is super slick once I flip the towel. Wow. Now, just so you know, when you see the results, this paint is original 1993 paint. It is going to have a few imperfections in it. Like I said, the old girl is starting to show her age a little. She can't help it, you know, she's got some age on her, so she's starting to show it just a little bit. But that's okay. That's why I take such good care of her, so that she lasts. And as I preach in all my videos, you know, these are some expensive investments. So we need to do all we can to make them last. But I've gotten it wiped off. Let's peel the tape and see what we have. In all fairness, let me take all the buildup off of where the tape was, so it's not an unfair comparison. The product goes on very easy. It comes off very easy. It does leave powder residue like the waxes of old, but let's get off of here and see. Alright, let me get this out of the way so you can see. Like I said, she's starting to show some age. There's a little bit of paint missing. Man, that is so slick now. Wow. I'm going to try to get you to where you can see it. There's the sun. No swirl marks, but you can see the little specks where the rocks have hit it over the years and stuff like that. 214,000 miles, what do you expect? But here's where it gets good. This is the before, the after, and here's the before. Look at the difference. See all the swirl marks and stuff around the sunlight? You come over, here's where the tape was, and then bam, it is gone. No more swirl marks, no more halos, nothing but dark, rich, black color. And you can see the difference from here where the tape was, right across there. Man, what a difference. And like I said, it is super slick now. Wow, I am, as my buddy Brian over at Fab Automotive Detailing would say, I am getting geeked out, and I don't get geeked out. And you can see it real good here. There's the halos, no halos. Halos, no halos. Man, I am liking this. Let's go back to the back and see how it does. Pull the tape off, and that's where I had it. You're going to have some build up, you know, where the pad went across, so that's no big issue. Let's get it wiped off. I always get the cracks. Look at that shine. Oh my goodness gracious alive. I will give them this much. They said that it will add a shine, and man, is it adding a shine. They are 100% correct about that. Is it unparalleled or unmatched by others? I can't say that. I've tried a lot of products in my lifetime, and this is a good one. But it does leave, like after you wipe it off, look at this, pat it on the car, it does leave the white residue like the waxes of old used to. So keep that in mind. Flip your towel often, shake it out, get all that stuff out of it so you won't be leaving it on your car. I normally just take it and knock it on my pants when I stand up, like such. And I always take my rag, put it on my fingernail, and go around anywhere where there was a crack. But let's stand up and see how it looks. Wow, look at that. Holy moly. This is the after, and that's the before. Right there, you can see the difference. It turns nice dark black this way, and has the halos and stuff that way. Holy moly. Yes sir, boys and girls, I am indeed getting geeked out. Even standing back here, you can see it right there is the tape line. and from the right is nice rich black, and from the left, from there to the left is kind of, for the lack of better terms, a faded black, which we know it's not faded, but that is a huge difference. Wow. Alright, let's get the rest of the car done. I'm not going to bore you guys with watching. I might do a few sections here and there and time lapse it and everything, and show you, you know, just a little bit of me doing something rather than just a quick before and after. But until then, we'll see you. Alright, I have the whole car waxed except for just a few areas. Got it all down the side, I've got the tops, I've got the whole hood, I've got the whole spoiler, but there are some places, like right up around this mirror and underneath it, that you just cannot get a machine. Like up under this gap right here, up under there. So you have to change your tactics. So I'll be applying this by hand. In here I can't get a machine, so I have to get it by hand, up under there by hand. And likewise, up under here. Now for the rear bumper cover and the front fascia and the rear sail panels and stuff, I will be using my little 3-inch. I have it sitting over there. I'll be using it for those. And for the spots I can't get a machine, I'm going to be using this. But like I said before, you don't have to have all these fancy machines. You can do this by hand. But let me get going, because as you can see, the sun is now about an hour and a half from setting. Oh my goodness. You're not going to believe it. Let me turn you around. Holy moly. Let me just go ahead and get it out of the way. This is the best wax that I have ever used. Just going to go ahead and say it. And I'll explain what it is. It really is. Let's go out to the car and I'll show you. I mean, just look at that shine and the depth of black that is. Holy moly. Wow. And the reason I say that this is the best wax I've ever used is several fold. The ease of application, it goes on super easy. The ease of removal, it comes off very easy. It comes off as good as some of the top name waxes you've ever tried, like Adams Butter Wax, Griot's Garage Poly Wax, any of that. I've used them all, and this comes off as easy, if not easier, than those. But here's the thing. Look, no swirls, no anything, no nothing, nowhere, just these signs of age. I mean, look at the depth of that color and that gloss. My God, I can't get over it. I use a 3/8 on the back here because that's, you know, this is just too small. And look at that. I'm gonna get up close so you can see that right there is where somebody ran into the back of me and it cracked the paint. But outside of that, look at the gloss on that. Look at the gloss on the sail panel. Up under the fender, up under the spoiler itself. Look at that. No halos, no water spots, no anything. Come over here and look down this side. I see a spot that I missed wiping off. Let me get my buffing rag. But just a simple ease of removal is just like that. And I am not pressing down at all, ladies and gentlemen. The ease of removal, and like I said, the ease of removing the halos. I mean, look at that. There are no more halos whatsoever. None whatsoever. Let's come up to the hood. Now, did I get all of them? No, it's not 100%, but I'll never get 100% out of this car again. Look at that. No halos or swirls whatsoever. Now, when you get back here where I couldn't get the polisher right up against it, you might see one or two. One right there. It's really hard to see. But look at the shine on the hood, the depth of the black, the depth of the silver or gray, whatever you want to call it. And as you get back, just look at that. Oh my goodness. Now, I've been asked how I keep my wheels as clean as I keep them. And that's a whole nother video, so we'll be taking care of that in another video because I'm going to be putting something on it that I want to try. I don't know if it'll work or if it won't. But since this thing is this shiny, and my rims are that shiny, I need to get the tires. But just look at that, everybody. Oh my goodness, I hope it's coming through. Wow. Yes, it's been a long, hot day. Yes, I'm tired. I can't do this stuff like I once could. That's why I use the polishers and stuff rather than doing it by hand anymore. But man, the results just make all the work worth it. They really do. Let me get back over here and sit down so we can talk. Energy drink of choice today, cheer wine. Sorry for all the sweating, but I've been working my tail off. Now again, why do I say that this is the best wax I've ever used? I'm not a fan boy per se, if you will. I like trying new products, as you all know. And I never recommend anything. I never recommend you go out and buy anything. I say if you're looking for this, then go out and buy it. But I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I would recommend you buy this. Yes, it's pricey, and I'll put the price in, and I'll put the, like I said, the link to the company and the Amazon links and such down below in case you want to buy it. But my God, you sit here and you can spend $100 to $500 for Adams waxes like the Americana and all that stuff. This goes on super easy. It goes on like, well, the only thing I have to compare it to is like the liquid polyglass wax or liquid poly wax by Griot's Garage or the Adams buttery wax. Goes on just as easy, comes off just as easy, if not easier. But the second you hit it one way, flip the rag over and hit it another one, you can tell instantly that it is super slick. Super slick. And I know you want me to do the hydro test, and I'm not going to do it. I don't believe in them, because I can take my bare hand, put it on the side of my face, and put it down on the car, and it will bead where I put my hand and not where I didn't put my hand. It's doing okay. It's not sheening, it's not beading, but you can tell there's some protection there. It's not just a big puddle of water. Now this is one of the things that I hate about automotive detail channels. First, let me show you, okay? As you can see, it's not beading, it's not doing anything, right? You can see that it's still wet. Now what I hate is somebody will take a wax, put it on there, talk about, oh, look at that water beading, look at those tight beads, how good it's doing, and all that, and this and this and that. And then that's it. There's only one channel that I know of right now. There's probably 3 channels outside of mine that will actually tell you this and show you this. Anything, does not matter what it is, will cause water to bead on your car. Does not matter what it is, and I'll prove it. And with that said is, I hate it because it's false advertising when people do that. They sit there and they spray their car down, wax it, and then look at all the water beads, look at how the water runs off. BS. The only time you should pay any attention to that and give it any credit whatsoever is whenever somebody's doing a longevity test. In other words, I'm going to wax the car today and I'm going to show you week by week by week how it's holding up, okay? Because watch this. Like I said, no trickery. Spray it, nothing, right? There's no beading, there's no nothing. Well, watch this, my hand, okay? I'm going to wipe it off. It's good and dry, right? Now I'm just going to rub the side of my face ever so slightly. Right? Straight down on the car. Give it a little twist just like I was waxing. Look at that. It's already beading water. You can even see the halo. Well, I guess you can see it in the video. But now watch. Look at that. Beading. You can see the outprint of my hand exactly where I touched it. Full pressure water. Still beading. Look at that. It's a smoke. It's magic of mirrors. anything you put on your car, anything will cause it to bead. Real super small beads, uniform beads. So just trust me, this stuff is super slick. Now when it rains, if it rains between now and next time I put wax on the car, I will show you the beading properties of it. Like I said, I'm not going to do it today because I don't believe in it. I believe in letting it be on there for a while, set for a while, and then when it gets wet naturally, then you can see how well a wax really holds up. Not when you first put it on the spray of water. Any of them's going to look good then. But like I said, the ease of use, the depth of the color that it brings out, the gloss that it adds to that depth of color, the ease of which it takes out swirls and small imperfections, all these stuff just equal up to a super awesome product that I would recommend for you to purchase. Will you? That's up to you. All I can do is recommend it, but this one definitely gets 2 thumbs up for me. I am super excited. I want to see it out, how long it lasts. Will I get 6 months? Will I get 3 months? Will I get a year? Who knows? I know I won't get a year. I can't get a year out of any product. Now maybe if I ceramic coat it and keep boost on it and stuff like that, maybe then. But outside of that, I'm not going to get a year out of any product. I know that from the word go. But until the next video, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this one. It's a great product. I recommend it to anybody. And we'll see you in the next one. Get out there and enjoy your cars, because although I'm about dead and I'm sweaty, I really enjoy doing this. I really do. I'd rather be doing this than walking around a car show or playing baseball, football, or just sitting in the yard. I love doing this stuff. But until next time, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching.